Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We take up chapter 3 of Vidur Niti, wherein Vidur gives frank advice to Dhritarashtra as to how should he treat his nephews, the Pandava brothers. Vidur was born niyog between sage Vyas and Parishrami, a handmaiden to the queens, when the queens were scared of Vyas as he was not handsome. One of the queens gave birth to Dhritarashtra and another gave birth to Pandav. A maidservant, Parishrami, gave birth to Vidur. So all three were sons of the same father. Barring Krishna, Vidur was most respected as an advisor by the Pandavas, whom he forewarned on various occasions of Duryodhana's plot to exterminate them, such as the plan to burn them alive in the house of wax. The extract I am going to discuss today begins with Dhritarashtra asking Vidur to advise him about dharma and artha. Says the king, my curiosity is insatiable. The more you speak, the more I want to listen. The more you speak, the more I want to understand your point of view on the subject because it is unique. Vidur replies, Sarva tirtheshu va snanam, sarva bhuteshu cha arjavam, ubhe tvete same satam, arjavam vam vishishyate. Taking a bath in the holy places and cordial behavior towards others are equally virtuous. Mind you, the emphasis on cordial behavior towards others. Hence, polite behavior means more than anything else, O king. Vidur soon comes to the point. Arjvam prati padyasva putreshu sattam vibho iha kirtim param prapya pretya swargam avapasyasi. Hence, O brother, treat your sons and the Pandava princes on an equal footing. Both are your children. Treat them kindly. Thereby you will gain name and fame in this world. And on your death, you will go to the heavens. Yavat kirtihe manushasya punya loke pragiyate tavat sa purusha vyaghra swarg loke mahiyate. O lion among men, long as the virtuous and glorious deeds of a person are remembered and recited in this world, he says in the Swargalok. At this stage, to illustrate his point, Vidur tells the story of a conversation between Sudhanva and Virochana with reference to Keshini. Keshini was an unusually charming woman. She appeared in Swayamvara gathering in order to choose the best of a groom among several gathered to win her hand. Virochana, son of the Daitya king Prahlad was present there to win over her hand. He said he was a superior person, while there were other hopefuls who were Brahmins. Keshini said, Virochana, tell me who is superior among the Brahmins and the Daityas? You come from a family of Daityas. If the Brahmins are superior, why should I not choose the Brahmin Sudhanva for my bed? Virochana replied, Keshini, we are the descendants of Prajapati. We are superior to others. The entire world belongs to us. Neither the Devtas nor the Brahmins compare with us. The matter was taken up to Prahlad, who was the king of the Daityas. Sudhanva and Virochana both went to him. Virochana was his son. After discussing various issues with them, Prahlad answered the question whether the Brahmin was superior to Virochana or not. During discussion, after a lot of argument, Prahlad, addressing his son, said, Sudhanva's father Angera is superior to me. Sudhanva is superior to you, and so is his mother to your mother. You have therefore lost your bet today. He handed over his son Virochana to Sudhanva to decide his fate. Sudhanva replied, O king, you have followed the path of dharma. You have not spoken an untruth out of attachment and self-interest. Hence I return your precious son to you. Please ask Virochana to accompany me and wash my feet in Kumari Keshini's presence. Concluding this tale, Vidur said, Tasmad Rajendra Bhumyarthe na anritam vaktum arhasi ma gama sasutama atyo nasham putrartham abruvan. Hey Rajendra, therefore do not resort to falsehood for the sake of land. By abstaining from truth in the interest of your son, do not lead yourself, your sons, and your ministers to perdition. न देवा दंडमादाय रक्षन्ति पशुपालवत् यम तु रक्षितुम इच्छन्ति बुद्धया संविभजन्ति तम. The devatas do not stand guard with sticks like the cowherds. They bless the man they want to take care of with wisdom. Even in Gayatri Mantra, all that we ask for the Son, God, is to give us wisdom, to sharpen our intellect. Dhiyo yo prachodayat. Sharpen our intellect. I don't want gold, I don't want wealth. Make me wiser. Same thing is advised by Vidur. That the devatas Bless the man they want to take care of with wisdom. Yatha yatha hi purusho kalyane kurute manah तथा तथाश्च सर्वार्था सिद्धन्ते नात्र संशय. There is no doubt about it that as a man involves himself in virtuous deeds and works for the welfare of others, he succeeds in whatever he aims for. Vidur continues and tells Dhritarashtra, even the scriptures do not absolve a crook who cheats others. Like the young birds flying out of the coop as soon as they grow feathers, the Vedas too desert the wicked when he nears his end. Vidur says, Madhyapanam kalham pugavairam bharyap uptyorantaram gyati bhedam rajadvishtam stri punsayo vivadam varjan ahu yascha pantha pradushta. The Vedas prescribed that one must eschew the following, liquor, strife and violence, enmity of a group, marital discord, inciting conflict between members of a family, mutiny against a king, arguments between a man and a woman, and evil deeds. I conclude here today, and we shall continue with some more pearls of wisdom from Vidur Niti in the next video. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for visiting this site.